talking and stuff upstairs where it's a bit cleaner, but the photo home first. So you come in half, we've got another one to go to. So if you get the whole thing, so Admiral Market, if you hold it Admiral Market and Admiral Market, we're actually involved. International cooperation.
So now we're going to head upstairs.
We have a photo first.
Oh, yeah.
So now, yes.
Yes, get in there. Yeah.
Get a little closer, please.
Quickly.
So we're heading upstairs, everyone. Follow them.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I do consider myself the new member of the CXC team because I'm always taking photos of the after. Hi. Oh. Yes. Yeah. Let me. Yeah, I have one in my bag. I just got it in my wallet. 1 second. No.
And there's no private property to stop. Yeah, just keep going and there's always. Yeah, oh yeah. We got
Ladies and gentlemen, Admirals, we are so grateful for you making the effort to come over here, some from further, some from closer, but we do appreciate all of you making the time in your busy diaries to come and join us at the official opening of the London Tech Bridge. And thank you so much for travelling, and thank you so much for those of you who are online for making the time to join us as well to view the event. Since the London Tech Bridge initiative was announced by the First Sea Lord and the Chief of Naval Operations at the Atlantic Future Forum, and the virtual launch that we had as a result of COVID with the second Sea Lord and Hondo Gertz at the time, We've done a huge amount in the last year or so, but most of that's been in the virtual space, reaching out and building our network and trying to set forward what we're trying to do, looking for opportunities that the Royal Navy and the US Navy could exploit. Where do we have problems that we want to solve with technology, and where might technology exist that we need to bring into the hands of the warfighters quicker, rather than taking the protracted process that many organisations, many public and private large organisations suffer from, looking for where those pinch points are and trying to expedite how we do our business a lot more. So we've moved from being 2 people part-time online to high people, 3.1 something people. I never guess it's not to do with his height, it's to do with the amount of time because he has many other jobs, but we appreciate your input. We have 3 and a bit people now full-time in the tech group, which is awesome. And we have this amazing facility. And really the point of cutting the ribbon on the front doorstep was not to be pretentious to say that we've opened this building, but actually what we've been brought into here is not just the workspace, it's not just the flexibility that we get of being able to expand and to add more tables, like booking rooms, to be able to use the facilities. Really, it's being buying into the community that Daniel set up here, of all of the organisations who are looking at GovTech. Where are there technologies that need to get into the hands of government quicker? And as a result of being here, we've engaged with a cross-section of businesses that have some amazing technologies that might not have thought about defence as a customer and have been looking elsewhere in Whitehall, that we've been picking up and going, that technology could be amazing. Because of course, although we're very special in defence, actually we're really not that special at all. And the vast majority of what we do is available in the real world, but it's about how can we bring that and accelerate bringing that technology into what we do in the MOD and in the DoD across the board. So thank you, Daniel, very much for the warm welcome that we've had here. And thank you for the facility that you've created here, which we really enjoy being in. It's a fun place to come.
Very well.
Thanks. So the flexibility that we get out of this establishment is great. We can grow, but also we can have bespoke little projects. So where we've got teams, whether they're large, we've had meetings here with Microsoft, with AWS, world-leading technologies, with a whole bunch of smaller companies working in together. We've looked with some really bespoke companies that have 2 people in them, who have a brilliant brainwave, but they just need help in getting it into the hands of the warfighter. And that's where we could really do some introductions there. And everyone in between. We've had 22 people in our little office. We'll do some tours a little bit later so you can see where it is downstairs. That David hosted here. We jointly hosted, and David chaired, getting a whole range of NATO members to come to London to understand where there is some technology that we may be able to exploit in the underwater battle space. So hopefully really moving forward that tech space. So we've got a really exciting place. And now we can really buckle down. Now we've got the crew, now we've got the space, we can now really focus on our main priorities. We're looking at AI and autonomy. We're looking at directed energy and green energy. And we're looking at advanced manufacturing and maintenance and sustenance. Those sort of 6 main areas that we're focusing on, but we're remaining agile. And when new technologies come in that don't fall into those categories, if there's interest, we'll try and pick them up and keep them moving forward. So we're trying to remain agile and keep that momentum going, but also trying to get a bit of focus in understanding where the main admiral's focus points are, or where we have pinch points within our navy, so we need to add for those. Admirals, thank you very much for your time. I think you both kindly offered to say a couple of warm words on results.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much. So, everybody, welcome. So I am Admiral Lawrence Selby. I'm the Chief of Naval Research. So that means I run this organization called the Office of Naval Research, Naval Research Laboratory, and own our global organization, which actually has its headquarters here in London, and actually dates back to the end of 1996, as well as another organization called PMR 51, which sort of continues to support science and technology for the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps. So I'm Navy and Marine Corps in U.S. Navy products. So this day is a really momentous day to all of us. TechBridge is actually going after exactly kind of a problem-solving approach that we're trying to push the military into. Okay, so traditionally, when you think about how we buy systems, we set these very well-defined requirements. Okay, when you're building something like a very complex warship, submarine, aircraft carrier, or a high-end fighter, you need those requirements. You need some very detailed specifications of exactly what that new thing to do, how it's to be built and designed. But when you're trying to put digital technology, software-driven capabilities on a ship, on a submarine, or put in the hands of a Marine or a sailor, you need a different approach. And it's really more about solving problems than fulfilling requirements. The world is, as you all know, highly complex. Technology is racing at breakneck speed. There are obviously players on the world stage that do not align with our value systems. Look at Russia right now, what's happening in Ukraine every single day. Look at what China is doing in the Western Pacific. We've got to find ways to come together as like-minded nations to solve these hard problems, to get capabilities in the hands of our respective warfighters together as a team. Okay, and I can think of no greater partner than the United Kingdom to do that. So opening a tech bridge overseas, the first one doing overseas is right here in London. And as you heard, it was open virtually about a year ago. So coming here today, doing this in person was very important. Not just why are you doing it? No, because we've got to do this in person. There's nothing like looking at my partner James here eye to eye as we sit down and talk about the future and the systems that we need to be able to combat the adversary. That has to be done in person. Having a place like this where we can all come together to talk about our problems, talk about solutions. That's what this place is about. And I didn't know till today this place was called Public House, but I think that name is actually
Public Hall.
I'm sorry, thank you, Public Hall. Correction note, for the record, it's Public Hall. So I think that's actually phenomenal because it's about bringing people in. And the whole reason that we want to have tech bridges in the U.S. Navy is we want to have a place where people can easily come with solutions to help solve our problems. And if it's inside the Pentagon or inside the MOD across the street or in one of our bases, it is really hard for an average company to come in. It's hard to get to the security. I want a place where they can come to us and talk openly. We can talk about our problems. They can talk about solutions. And that's what this is all about. So Tech Bridge London is about doing this at an international scale that we've never done before. This is actually, I think, groundbreaking for us, achieving both the first Sea Lords and our Chief of Naval Operations objective of going from interoperability to interchangeability. We call that eye to eye. That interchangeability can only be achieved if you start from the very beginning with a nascent problem and come up with solutions together. And while we may choose to build the solution respectively in our respective countries, if we can develop the actual solution together and then go off and build it, there is a much greater chance that that device or that thing or that software will be interchangeable at the end of the day. And this organization, this facility, Tech Bridge London, will help us do just that. I'm so excited to be here today to see this take on. I want you to spread the word about it, tell your friends, tell companies all around, tell the rest of the military that we've got this thing. They're welcome to come here and be a part of this. Thank you all for coming today.
It's going to be quite tough to follow that, and I think I'll be much briefer than I planned. I echo everything that Lauren said, because I think the benefit of a place like this has been proven by the fact that this is very much a soft opening, having been hard opened about 3 times for the last 2 years already. So what, unlike most openings of events and offices and establishments, it's been running already. So we've known already, as Lauren pointed out, what we can do together. For those who are British, you'll recognise when I say it's a very Bronze Seal organisation. For our American friends, there was an old advert where it basically said it does exactly what it says on the tin. And the London Tech Bridge is a real Bronze Seal organisation. It's in London. This global city at the heart of time zones, geography, and at the centre of the tech revolution right now. It's about tech, because it is a tech bridge. And it's about tech because for the first time in many, many years, most people are recognising that the level of technological advancement, be it in artificial intelligence, in autonomy, in data processing, quantum computing, we're at a tipping point that the next 10 years will be very different from the last 10 years. And I don't think people would quibble with it. But perhaps most importantly, it's a bridge. It's a figurative bridge across the Atlantic. What if your other tech bridges in the US Navy, they just cross the Potomac? They go from one side of a building to another.
That's pretty far.
Yeah,
That's pretty true.
Yeah. But this bridge crosses the Atlantic. It's 5,000 miles long. And it brings the best of not just ONR, but the US Navy into the best of the Royal Navy and everything the Ministry of Defence and the whole innovation ecosystem in the British Defence Organisation have in common. So I pay absolute tribute to those who made this happen, both Omar Global, Naval X and your team, but also particularly the Royal Navy, the Office of the Chief Technology Officer, who have identified a need, brought it together, established this first properly transatlantic bridge. And for those who've really enabled that to happen in this location, so Daniel and the team at Public Pool, but also those who are willing to give us a chance to come to our basements, to work together. And of course, it doesn't stop today. Just because we've cut a ribbon twice, doesn't mean that actually this is anything other than the end of the beginning. Because what's going to happen next when the companies come on board, when we have more and more conversations with our allies and partners, when we get those NATO initiatives in at the beginning, when we identify those bilateral operational problems that we both need to solve and throw it to industry in this great city, that is the opportunity for this organisation. It's the reason why it's in this building, in this city. And I'm really grateful for everybody who's made today happen and in the last few months proving that it works before we've had to cut a ribbon and change our mind. So thank you, everybody, and welcome.
So I'm Jeff Brewer. I'm the U.S. co-director of the London Tech Bridge. And first, I want to start with thanks. Admirals, thank you both. Your presence here today kind of sends a message of the importance of the Tech Bridge. And in your words, can't say enough. Can't say enough about what this is and what it means to the U.S. Navy and to all the people here in this room. So thank you. To the people that helped make this happen today, I also wanted to thank. So we got Michael, our photographer. He's here. Thank you, Michael. We've got Liz and Dave who are manning the cameras online. So for all of those participating by Zoom today, that's thanks to Liz and Dave and the staff here. That includes Izzy, that includes Mark Cristino, Ross and Jacko, wherever you guys are. So thank you all for making this happen. You all know that without those people behind the scenes, Lawrence and I can't stand up here and look good. So
Speak to yourself.
yeah, so thank you very much for everything you do to all the team. And then thanks to all the people who came. So I know I'm the only thing standing between you and the reception. But tonight's event or today's event, it's all about who came to this. So this isn't just US and UK News, Royal Navy. This is industry. We've got media here. We've got US, UK. We've got contractors that have worked with DoD before and those who haven't. And this is a melting pot of sorts. So look around, and during today's reception, please make a point to go up and meet some of those people who you haven't met, and especially if they're across organizational lines. So use this reception as the starting point for what the Tech Bridge is all about. Also, a few somewhat administrative remarks. We will be giving tours of our facility downstairs. It would be a shame if you came all the way to the ribbon cutting and didn't make it to the Tech Bridge. So we will take you downstairs. But as we've said before, this is about more than the room downstairs. This is about the whole location, the whole facility, and everything the Tech Bridge is. Also, we've got a flag over there. That is our Tech Bridge flag, and there's some Sharpies out. So we'd like you all to sign it at some point during tonight's ceremony. This flag is going to remain on the wall. And as we have visitors from industry, from other governments, from other departments, they're going to sign our flag. And it's going to get very crowded eventually. But one day you'll come back, you'll look at that flag, and you'll see all the signatures, and you'll say, I was here on the first day. I remember what that Queen flag looks like. And so we'd appreciate everybody taking just a minute to sign the flag. And with that, I think that's all we have. So let's go ahead, and I think we've got some glasses to fill up, and then we'll have a quick toast. So our staff is going to start filling up some bottles. Please grab a glass.
Does everyone have a glass? Has everyone online got glass? I hope not. Really simply, for the London Tech Bridge.
But that's it.